Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greeds. If everyone understands this, the world is going to be a more greener and a kind place to live for everyone. Hello and namaste from Pallavi. Welcome to my podcast, Eco Friendly Kind World. And I'm back yet again with another green episode to give you ways to start advocating for climate action. Our today's guest, Hendri Surya, is a 25-year-old climate activist from Indonesia. He's currently a communications and social manager at PISAgro, which is an association focused on sustainable agriculture, as well as he's a climate ambassador of Global Youth Climate Network and also Stockholm Youth Task Officer at UNEP MGCY. He has won several international awards, such as Delegate at Harvard Conference, World Bank Summit, and UNEP APAC Ministerial Forum, Best Delegation at Asian China Young Leaders Summit, as well as awardee of Global 25 Under 25 Award by Common Purpose. Wow, so many awards and achievement at such a young age. Let's welcome Mr. Henry to our podcast episode. How are you doing, Mr. Henry?
Hi, Pallavi. So really honored to see you on this podcast. And this is best greetings from Indonesia, your best friends of India, best friend country of India. And I'm really fine today, and it's so really happy to do any activities. So how's yours?
Thank you so much, and I'm doing good. And it's my sheer pleasure and an honor to have you on my podcast. So, my first question to you is, could you please tell to our listeners a little bit more about your background and the initiatives which you are doing?
Okay, sure. Yes, I will tell you everyone to about my background. Yes, actually, despite of I am also the climate activist that directly related into the environment, but actually not. I'm also I even having the study was studying at the computer science and electronics department at the Universitas Gadjah Mada, which is one of the most prominent university in Indonesia, which is uh, which is having the identical with the computers within the engineering and also the code of programming and etc. But based on the faculties that the computer science and electronics was part of the faculty of the mathematics and natural sciences, it it can be sure that I can say that technically it's going to relate and also unrelated my current activities as an environmental enthusiast. Yes, and also currently for the environmental protection activities that mentioned by Pallavi before, that I am also having the my activities, also online campaigns on the social media about the climate, environment, and also sustainability as well, and also I'm having the campaign on the Instagram and also LinkedIn. So, and besides that, I'm also actively contributing to several climate-related organizations and activities such as Climate Reality Leadership Corps, as well as having the speaking session at the podcast, as well as the Indonesia's national television, such as the See Today. Yes, I think that's it. One of the activities and also my background.
Mhm. Wow, that's great to know, Henry. So, we would like to know more that what has been the motivating factor that you start raising your voice for the environmental protection?
Okay. For the motivating factor to raising my voices for the environmental protection is naturally from my family and also my environment. That my father was an environment enthusiast, as well as he is loved to do gardening, and also I was taken by my dad to the forest, and also for the to the environmental sites as well, especially in Banten, such as the Ujung Kulon National Park, as well as the the coastal areas of Banten and also the Jakarta. And besides that, my motivating factor to raising my voice for the environmental protection is in my current workplace and also current city that I live, Jakarta. Jakarta is facing lots of problem actually. That some of the regional some regions of Jakarta will it's currently sinking to multiple centimeters, and also the researchers from the IPC, and also I've got some researchers that Jakarta will be sinking in 2030 and also 2050, as well as some of the coastal areas has faced uh, facing the sinking and also the sea level rises. And besides that, Indonesia has played a major role in environmental protection and activities. Eventually, Indonesia is currently hosting a presidency of the G20 in 2022. That makes Indonesia have played major role in generating the sustainable development.
Mhm. Yeah. And yeah, that's very, disheartening to know that the situation is becoming worse in many of the cities across the world. But I'm glad that you are acting as a responsible citizen and you are doing your part. And if everybody just start doing their part, then, most of the problems will be solved itself. And kudos to your father as well for what all he is doing. So glad to know about him. So, Henry,
Yeah,
my
sure.
question, yeah. My next question to you is I would like to know more that during the pandemic, how you were able to do the initiatives and what are the future initiatives you are planning and how can one join you?
Okay, that's really the insightful and really interesting questions that you give regarding to challenges and also how I able to do the initiative during the pandemic as well as the future initiative one. And because of the pandemic, we are not lying that we are limited to doing some other activities to minimize the risk of infected by the COVID-19, especially on in the 2020 for the preliminary stages of the COVID-19, and even to the current stage of the Omicron, that we are ordered to to stay at home and also to keeping the social distancing as well as the wearing mask and etc. For the doing initiatives during the pandemic, I mostly doing the activities on the online, such as online campaigns and also online conferences as well as the online forums. For example, I was registered and applied for the online conferences such as the HPAIR Harvard conference that I applied for the environmental group as well as the World Bank Global Youth Summit and also other international conferences. And one of the main one is 2021. And also to doing the initiative during the pandemic, uh, that one of the most important things is our intention, and we have to ask why the grand why we do this, why we do that,
Yeah.
and what
Mhm.
challenges what challenges is it, and how we can solve this problem. That's and usually I also emphasizing the problem solving through the problems to stay doing the initiatives during the pandemic, doing the especially doing online. I'm also having the online campaigns. So for the future initiatives that for my future initiatives, I'm currently serving as the professional work as the PISAgro, as well as the doing my work at the UNEP MGCY, as well as the my personal things. So for the future initiatives, I'm going to engage further in other international opportunities such as activities after the GYCN Climate Ambassador, as well as the other SDG related programs and also projects, and even the activities from national level and also that related with my workplace now. And yes, you can join it by connecting with me on LinkedIn and also the doing the collaboration uh, in regarding multiple projects and also further projects, including you. Yes, and yes, for the social media initiative, you can reach me on the LinkedIn, also Instagram. My LinkedIn is Hendri Surya, and also you can engage to me in through Instagram through at ICHenry, ICIHENDRI. So that's it. The how I'm able to do initiative and also the future initiatives.
That's great to know, and I wish you all the very best for all your future initiatives. And may your tribe grows and more power to you. And like you said, like the social media is a powerful tool, and the world has completely moved digital in the last 2 years. So it's very important that we are utilizing the social media for a better purpose, a good purpose to make this world a better place to live. So good to know about what you are doing, Henry. And I hope our listeners have got inspired by listening to this episode. So, my last question to you is your message to the world, especially to the people who are behaving ignorant, who thinks that climate change is hoax.
Oh, yes. So it's my message to the world, to everyone in the world, and especially for those who are still ignored about the realities of the climate change that that actually has happened. Yes, the climate change is happened. Climate change is in front of our eyes, and climate change is inevitable. And we don't have enough time to having debating about A, debating about B, and also the questioning about the about anything, including the myth and also about something that actually wrong about the climate issues and the climate crisis. So for everyone that it's not too late to doing action for saving our earth and also to restoring our climate. Yes, we can do anything starting from the simplest one. That first of all, educate ourselves. Educating to start knowing and also start to accept and not accept the new insights and also the new horizons, especially about the climate. And this and the next one, we can do the climate actions from the small step, including recycling, learn to recycling anything, learn to minimize the use of the electric as well as the using the vehicles, and also eating more plant-based and also reducing the red meats. Yes, despite of yes, that, that one of the important thing be the imperfect climate activists, imperfect environmentalists,
Mm.
because there are nothing perfect, and
Mm.
that's it for me. And stay learning and stay safe.
Wow, that was a beautiful message, and absolutely very well said that we don't have time to keep arguing whether it is climate change is happening or it is not happening. But yes, you need to believe that it is real, right? As we are seeing the lot of consequences in many of the cities across the world. So wherever you are in the world, just start acting today. Still, you can. And I hope everyone is inspired with this inspiring conversation, and all those people who are still looking for opportunities at how they can start, then do contact Henry on the social media, as he has shared his LinkedIn and Instagram ID on this episode. Thank you so much for joining, Henry, today on my podcast. I'm so glad that you did.
Thank you very much for the hosting this podcast, and this is needed for every climate activist and also for everyone. And such an honor to see you here, and so it's so glad to work with you.
Indeed, my sheer pleasure as well. And together we can achieve more. And we are together in this. Thank you so much and stay tuned for more such inspiring climate activist stories. Bye.